there, YouTube? I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique, and today I'm very excited to be checking out Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising. And so this is going to be one of the next big games on Gamefound.com, which is, Awakened Realms, baby. And so Kingdom Rush from Lucky Duck Games is a big deal, because Lucky Duck Games has Chronicles of Crime, which is an immensely popular series. They have some really awesome games. They have Destinies, which is coming out 2021, which I think is going to be Game of the Year, in my personal opinion. I did a Kickstarter video for it. It was insanely amazing. And so the fact that they're going over to Gamefound, that is a big deal in itself. So let's check this out. Now, I do want to mention that this is a preview, so this is subject to change. It'll be very interesting to see what they do differently when it comes to showtime. But let's get in here. Let's do it. Project itself, project story. What do we got? Welcome, heroes, to the preview page for Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising. Over the next few weeks, we'll be adding more and more details to this page as we prepare for our February 9th campaign launch. Please feel free to add any comments you'd like and click launch. Wow, that's nice. So they're opening this up to the fans, and they're saying, hey, check this out right now. Give us your thoughts. Give us your critiques and add them into here. So I love the fact that they're doing that. Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising is a standalone board game for 1 to 4 players that uses the critically acclaimed Kingdom Rush game system. I did a Kickstarter for the actual original Kingdom Rush. It's a really cool game. It's a fully cooperative, campaign-driven tower defense puzzle games of epic proportion. Wow, and look at those! So they immediately hit us with the minis. Now, there's no video right now. I imagine they're still working on that. So normally I comment on that, but we're just going to go with as if there is no video. And wow, that is a great way to start with those minis right there. And just look at that box art. Like, that is just, oof, oof. Very, very nice. Now, if you're not aware, Kingdom Rush is like an immensely popular mobile app as well. So I'm going to be looking at this both from the board game perspective, but also from the video game perspective of someone who's not necessarily a board gamer. And I see these minis, and I'm immediately impressed. If I'm a painter, I'm immediately wanting to paint those as well. So here we go, talking about the story. 1 to 4 players, ages 14 plus, 45 to 90 minutes. Not a bad time there. And this is an expansion, but I also want to know if it's a standalone. Well, I know it's a standalone, but is it an expansion as well? It's a standalone board game, so it is not an expansion. Okay. So that's something that's important to note there right from the jump. We are introducing a great new roster of heroes. Each hero brings with them powerful passive abilities, providing a unique feel and a significantly different play style to each of them. Very cool. Love the artwork. And the minis, they already look great. They are really popping. Woo! Lucky Duck Games is clicking on all cylinders right here. Look at that! Oh, say Tom! You fight like a dairy farmer. Okay. Hit me with some purification at its hand. Cool. Looks good. Language editions. The rule booklet and scenario rule booklet for Italian, Spanish, and Polish will be printed as digital PDFs. Most of the game's content is language independent. Can I click on the rules, though? I want the rules. We will not offer a German language edition of Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising during the campaign. Our friends at Spiel will be running a campaign on their site for a German language edition of Kingdom Rush. Interesting. I wonder why. Alright, over the next month, we'll share details of the new gameplay features, monsters, bosses, campaign, and much more, so click follow to be notified when we launch to see the campaign in all its glory. And that's all we got? That's all we got. Okay. I gotta say, little bit underwhelmed here. And the big reason why is that this is my second experience with Gamefound. And when Awakened Realms, last game, it's not Etherfields, but it made millions of dollars. ISS Vanguard. They had a preview page much like this, except it had the video. It had all the details pretty much, except for when it was launching, and there's one more thing, and how much it cost. Which, this one actually has when it's launching, which I do like. I do like the countdown timer. I think that's a great idea. It kind of builds buzz, builds excitement. I like that. I like that a lot. But this one doesn't have the cost as well, which a little bit disappointing. I'd love to see that as well. I would assume 32 days out that you probably have nearly most of that hammered out. And I don't know. I come to this and I was expecting to be like, wow, and be like gripped and be like, oh my gosh, I got to get this. And I didn't get that so much. Like, I see the awesome minis and I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This is going to be the shortest Kickstarter critique ever. There's not enough here. I want more. Like, throw me some gameplay videos. Like, I know you probably got a couple gameplay videos already, some of the early birds. throw them a bone. You know, Tantrum House did you a video already. Bam, throw it up here. Say, hey, the earlier you get this up, the earlier it's going to be up here, and you can get tons and tons of views on it. I don't know how you want to do that. But, I don't know. It just was not enough for me. So right now, I got the rating scale either 0, 1, or 2. Oh, I gotta look at the comments. Let's look at the comments. Let's see what everybody else is saying. I'm so excited for this campaign. Do you think you can add expansion for playing the game at 5? This expansion can add some snares for playing the game at 5 and more towers. I'm sure I'm not the only one interested. That's a pretty big ask. Just to add an extra player. That's like a lot of balancing. This is amazing. I cannot wait. I have loved the game. What a pity. Only 5 languages would be supported. Yeah, that's really. I didn't know that was going to be a big deal, but I guess that is. Hello, amazing, and that's great though. I mean, that tells you that you have international backers who want your product, and that's awesome that they have that problem. Hello, amazing news. I will be a backer for sure, but I have only KR base game now, and I want to buy expansions. How can I buy them, and when? Oh, I bet you that's going to be a pledge level or an add-on. Yeah, that's probably going to be like a huge add-on. Oh, no, you didn't. That's what you're doing, isn't it, Vince? I bet you're going to be able to back this, but you're also probably going to be able to get all those extra goodies as well in the Pledge Manager, because Gamefound is essentially like just a giant. It's like they took the Pledge Manager and they're like, all right, we're going to add the crowdfunding on top of it, which one could argue is actually, you know, more intuitive, user friendly. This seems so nice. If the pricing isn't much higher and it has the Spider Queen, I'm all in for 2. Are there any plans for adding rules to make combinable with Rift in Time? It is in the FAQ. Yes, you'll be able to combine the games. No, FAQ! No! Kingdom Rush is a standalone board game. It does not require any other to connect. Can I use Kingdom Rush? Yes, Heroes from all and expansions will be interchangeable, so you can take Brux and Ulrich to the fight. So, then this is considered a standalone expansion? I don't know. I feel like a lot of people might read that particular FAQ right there and then be like, oh, I'm out. You know, I just spent $120 on this, and this isn't going to play with my other version of Kingdom Rush. I'm out. And they might not even get down here. So I don't know if you can restructure these, but I would totally, boom, pop that one all the way to the top. Can I use heroes from Kingdom Rush, Rift in Time, Kingdom Rush, Elemental Uprising? And you say, yeah, you bet your sweet tail you can, baby, so throw us some money. Yeah, that I would totally, because this one, bad. No. This one, yes! Put the yes before the no. At least in my personal opinion. I want to know what other people think about that as well. Let's see. I'm so confused. There's a new Emperor's Chess game trace for Rift in Time, but no confirmation if we can buy the game with it. Yes, the old... okay. Okay. Will there be an add-on to buy Rift in Time for new backers? Oh, yes, it's planned. You better believe that. Yes, the old content will be present. Yes. So many yeses. All heroes will be intercompatible. Okay, so yeah, first thing I would do, and now I'm really glad we checked the comments here. I would have that brand new standalone game, but I would totally be like, I would use the standalone expansion. Maybe it's not expansion, but something in here to say, oh, you already dropped 150 or whatever on Kingdom Rush. Now there's more ways for you to combine. Because even if you're just... You know, even if this is just seen as like an expansion where it's like you can move heroes from one game to another, and maybe it's not a humongous deal, but still, just being able to do that, I would totally highlight that. I would make sure people know that elements of this game play with the old game. I think that is just absolutely essential. Let's see. Because that's honestly the question that was on top of my mind. I bought a secondhand Kickstarter pledge of Rift in Time. Is it possible for me to get access to the hearts and cards upgrade? I would like to know that as well. Okay, well then we should answer that. Let's see, 6:29 p.m., 6:08 p.m. Wait, no, answer that. Answer that, even if it's a no. Even if it's a no, just because, yeah, you got 2 people. Boom, boom, boom. I want to know. Yeah, I would answer that. I'm super excited to be part of the team. Is there a question mark in here? I should look for question marks, shouldn't I? I don't see question marks. Either way, there we go. That was the Kickstarter critique for Kingdom Rush. I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to be humongous. But right now, I would put it as a 1. 0 means no, keep scrolling. 2 means back it for the whale. And 1 means come back in the last 48 hours. And I imagine that's probably what you probably want to do with this one. Unless, because I doubt they're going to be running early birds. But hey, maybe not. It's Gamefound. It's a whole new world. Whole new world. Who knows what's going to happen with Gamefound. But As a matter of fact, let's dive into Gamefound for a second, because bam, that is a nice follow-up title. Because I'm pretty sure these ones are not games like you can actually back, right? Like these, yeah, that's the other thing. It looks just more like a shopping store, but I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, fresh projects. Okay, so are these actually running? Are these actually running? No, these are not. So is this going to be the actual second game from Gamefound? Because if that's the case, then I think they're genius. I think it's absolutely genius right now. Because you got Awaken Realms yourself. That's a huge chunk of Kickstarter users. Now you're going to get Lucky Duck Games, which is just absolutely massive. Massive. Lucky Duck Games Kickstarter. Because, you know, a lot of people don't realize, low-key, Lucky Duck Games are growing. Just, they're freaking huge. You know, obviously, it you know, in the board game circuit, freaking huge is way different than in, like, the video game circuit. But still, let's get to Lucky Duck Games, and I can show you. Yeah, so 10 created, but everything they got is a banger. Just an absolute banger. Let's check how much this made. $1 million! Yes, $1 million for the Chronicles of Crime thing. Time of Legends Destiny also did just huge gangbuster numbers. Time of Legends Destiny got a cool mini, $627,000, 8,925 backers. And then let's actually check and see what this one did. What the other Rush one did, because I did a Kickstarter video for it, but I don't actually know. I didn't really follow the Kickstarter that much because it was way more expensive than I'd be able to afford. Yeah, that one did $1 million, $1 million, and that is how many people right there? What is it? 1,100? Was that what it said? 11,000! Oh my gosh! Yes, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant by Gamefound. I imagine that they are going to continue this model right here for maybe the next few months and get very specific, high-profile companies to potentially come, you know, maybe even if it's just a one-off, just getting that user base, you know, convincing those Kickstarter backers to say, all right, fine, I'll come over here to Gamefound. Just having them have a membership, they can sign in easy, so if a game pops up, it's just boom, I'm ready to back it and buy it, and I think they got big things coming for them. I've said it before, and I will continue to say it. The best way for Gamefound to succeed is to get big companies to switch over. I mean, it's like a duh. Well, yeah, duh, Power. That's what it means. But yes, and Lucky Duck Games, even if it's just a one-off, that's still a big deal. I'm looking at you, Simon. Simon, you could do it. I think Simon could totally tip the scale if Cool Mini or Not just comes out with their next big Kickstarter, or heck. Oh, well, Jamie Stegmeyer said he's not going to go back to crowdfunding, I don't think. But if he ever did, like, it's really interesting. Like, one big company, one big in our hobby company, could completely sway the balance potentially over to Gamefound, I think. Maybe two or three. But it's just exciting. It's an exciting time to be in the crowdfunding arena. But that was the video, the Kickstarter critique for the Kingdom Rush game. But if you're enjoying what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. I do a Kickstarter critique every single day, and when new hot ones pop up, sometimes I even do more than one a day. And also, if you'd like to see one specifically, let me know about it in the comments below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.